You know, I really think you ought to try Mycroft's brace. Think of it as an exoskeleton. I can't think why you brought the thing along. It will not fit me. Do you suppose the hall has rats? Very tidy rats, taking an entire loaf of bread from a cupboard and slices from a roast in the larder. It will fit you. We just need to adjust the laces. Try it. If it's not more comfortable, you can go back to your swaddling bands. He stared at the male corset with loathing and gave a curt nod. Snugging up the laces made him wince, but once it was tied, he tested it by drawing breath, then rotating his shoulders. One eyebrow went up. Not bad, although I resemble an automaton. You merely look dignified, Holmes. Indeed, clothed in his dinner suit, informality at Justice Hall clearly had its limits. His posture was one of dignity and deliberation. As I'd said, stately, so long as he didn't drop anything. And after dinner that night, he declared himself fit enough to wander the cooling halls with me hunting ghosts. We did so until after 4 in the morning. The kitchen maids would come down by 5, which would be sufficient guard. Not a creature was stirring, Holmes. I yawned. The next morning, following too little sleep. Not even... If you say a mouse, he growled, I shall incinerate your copy of the Pickwick Papers. The cat. Maybe Justice Hall should get a dog. Breakfast was extraordinary. A vast spread of hot dishes that would have made Mrs. Hudson envious. Or at least the Mrs. Hudson I had known. The 2 children were practically bouncing on their chairs despite their innate dignity, and the instant Helen appeared, her son demanded to know if the pond was sufficiently frozen for skating. She raised an eyebrow at the dark figure occupying the far end of the buffet. What do you think, Ogilby? Is the ice thick enough? I sent the footman and 2 stable boys out on it this morning, my lady, and it gave no indication of weakness. Then finish your breakfast, Gabe, and you can take Estelle out for a time. I imagine the neighbour children will be waiting about for you, she added, the second half of her statement accompanied by a furious rattle of spoons against porridge bowls. Fond smiles all around as the 2 children flew out of the door. Morning was skating, and the 2 children were not the only ones to retreat for a nap before an only marginally less sumptuous luncheon. Then the family and the entire Justice Hall staff, indoor and out, this being Helen's radically egalitarian decree, ignoring Ogilby's stony face, assembled in the great hall for the decoration of the tree.